And welcome to our second edition of Football Friday. I'm Mark Ovenden. He's Zach Borg.
We had a blast last Friday night, so we're going to do it again tonight thanks to our sponsor, Paul's Place.
We start our coverage with the big schools. O'Gorman and Roosevelt play tomorrow night in the Dakota Bowl 37. Tonight at Howard Wood Field, these guys were pumped up to take on their crosstown rivals. That, of course, the Lincoln Patriots playing the Washington Warriors, who dominated early in this game, but just couldn't get it in the end zone. Jack Skellhouse picked off by Cade Walker on a nice diving interception. Washington, as I said, really played well early. A bruising run by Josh Thomas, had a couple of those right in a row. He's a bowling ball, and that set up this field goal by Brock Walker. It's 3-0 in favor of the Warriors. But in the second quarter, Lincoln finally gets things going. It's going to be Cole DeBerg to Corey Fichter, and where's the defense? Fichter's pumped. The fans are liking it. It's now 7-3 in favor of Lincoln. Now, there were some turnovers back and forth, but I got to share this one because it led to some points. Beautiful pick.
Ooh.
Yikes. Great play by Polo Peter as he pulls that ball away, and that sets up the offense. It's going to be DeBerg again, this time to Lee Ransom. And he takes it almost into the end zone, and that sets up number 25. That's not Caden Quintanilla. That's Nolan Kiley, who's sporting the same number. Punches it in, makes it 14-3, and Lincoln goes on to win 21-10, your final. Now, I was curious to see how these two teams look tonight after playing a combined 7 overtimes last Friday. Brookings losing in 5 OTs. Pierre winning in 2 at Watertown, and Pierre takes the lead.
I think they look good.
That pass from Brevin Kaiser to Peter Sanchez. It's 7-0 in favor of the Governors. But then the block right here recovered by Aaron Egebrecht for the Bobcats, setting up this 37-yard field goal by Nick Perry. By the way, every point he scores kicking, he's collecting some money for cancer. Great story there. That made it 7-3. Brookings driving, 4th down. Devin Coughlin drops back, throws, picked off by Brevin Kaiser. And Pierre, nice run back there.
Kaiser's on a roll?
They go on to win. Yeah, Kaiser's on a roll, 23-9. Pierre, they're now 2-0. Yankton wins 21-14 in a close game with Mitchell. Aberdeen outscoring Rapid City Central 48-47. Harrisburg a close game with Huron. And there's your Lincoln final once again, 21-10. Tomorrow night, O'Gorman, Roosevelt, and Watertown and Brandon Valley.
On to 11A and a grade matchup at Jim Utech Field in Hartford. That's where West Central hosted Canton. First quarter, it's 7-0 Trojans already when Dan Skinner connects with Noah Vetris, number 1 to number 2 for 7. And it's 17-0 Trojans after 1. Rich Lundstrom, he was telling his team in the huddle, you know, we got to man up. How's this? On the reverse kickoff return, boom! Andrew Oliver blows it up for Canton. Fortunately, they couldn't blow up that West Central offense. Trojans facing 4th and goal. Skinner going to go around the left end, follow his blocking. That is perfectly done. It's 24-0 at the end of the second quarter.
Be closer than that tonight.
Yeah, but watch this defense from West Central. Canton was down near the goal line. They get the sack from Opa Baugh right there. It's all West Central, 30-7.
Now over to Lennox. That's where the Orioles hosted the Titans of T. Remember them? This one was tied at 7-7 at halftime when it was John Oldenkamp taking over in the third quarter with a pick on the crossing route. And then guess who? It's going to be Oldenkamp crossing the plane from a couple of yards out. That makes it 13-7, and that's worth some handshakes all around from his teammates. Now T-Area trying to make a comeback, gets down to the Lennox 15-yard line. But it's Braden Wallenstein with a big sack for number 15. And then the Titans with one last chance. It came down to the wire. Colin McEntee is going to get through in the backfield, and Lennox holds on to win a thriller 13-7, your final.
We go to the Bob Young Field, back out to the Bob for the FCA Sodak Bowl, the nightcap between Sioux Falls Christian and Bridgewater Emery Ethan. Yep, they're an 11-man this year. And the story that Sioux Falls Christian, this is a pretty good one. Keegan Van Egdom in the first quarter with a nice long run, just gets stopped at the 5. Next play, a little cameraman trickeration as they're going to score again, as it was Van Egdom. That makes it 8-0, but here comes Bridgewater. Watch this play. Jesse Grosted here checks it down to his running back, Cole Gassman. And Cole's got plenty of gas, man. He's going all the way for the touchdown. It's nice. 8-7. Remember Sioux Falls Christian, that impressive win last week?
After that.
Yeah, they did, absolutely. That's their good quarterback, Sawyer Prinz, on the sneak. And then it's that Van Egdom guy again. This one's for 27 yards. He is a player. And Sioux Falls Christian just went final, 2-0, 36-14.
All right, across the border to Minnesota, where these teams got started a week earlier. So tonight was Game 3 for Todd Hoyer's Laverne Cardinals against Jackson County Central. Keegan Moore, 113 yards, and there's one of his 3 touchdowns. It's 8-0. Laverne looking for some answers against the run game. They didn't have any. There's Avery Henderson. He scored twice. They had 393 yards on the ground as a team. Now the Cards have a good running back of their own. There's Eric Tofflin breaking through. He is going. He is going. He is gone. Touchdown, 16-7. Cards back in it. But it was all JCC the rest of the way. Easton Barr going deep. They can throw too. Right on the dead run. Ryan Salzwiddle with a touchdown right there. And then it's going to be Henderson who's going to take it in for his 2nd touchdown. He takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. Boom! Touchdown! 57-7, your final.
Beat him in the playoffs a year ago, beat him again. In recent years, the Howard Tigers would have dominated everyone, but Parker scored 60 last week, and the Tigers were blanked by Baltic. Ugly first half for both teams, which combined for 5 turnovers. Here's Caleb Carmichael, the sophomore, stepping up and getting a nice interception. Another Parker possession, and well, it's going to be another turnover. This time it's Jordan Genslinger getting the pick. Rather, he scoops up the fumble, my bad. Don't feel bad for the Pheasants, though. They'd respond just before halftime with a touchdown pass from Landon Lieberman to Shane Caston. Eventually, I promise, it's coming. Parker is going to take an 8-0 lead at the break.
There it comes.
They would go on to win by the final.
Well, here's a touchdown pass.
Let's give him that touchdown pass.
Hang with it.
First
there
score of the game, nicely done. Nice helmets, too, 28-6, Parker.
Now, the 3rd game at the Bob, I thought was going to be the best match of the day with 2 teams coming off impressive wins. Chester, now watch what happens here. Who's the camera guy here? Why was I standing behind the Alcester-Hudson fans? They jumped up. Trust me, Grant Johnson just went 82 yards for a touchdown.
You're
sorry,
pretty
Grandma, I
trustworthy.
didn't
We
get
believe
it.
you.
I'm sorry. All right, on defense, Chester, though, comes right back. This was a big play, halting a drive, and gave them the ball, and watch what they'll do. This is Cole Anderson, takes it down to the goal line. He'd score on the next play. It's 7-3 in favor of Chester. And then Jesse Kreitzfeld, he's going to pump left. He's going to throw it down the middle, and a beautiful lead to Levi DeVries. They go on to win a thriller, 15-14, your final.
Now in the 2nd game of the FCA Sodak Bowl, it was Scotland against Burke South Central. In the first quarter, Tyson Sir, and you can address him as Mr. Sir. He keeps his feet moving. Watch this run. Just keeps going. He's going to go all the way, except he gets tripped up by the turf monster.
Oh, no.
Oh, poor guy. But a few plays later, Zach Seaburn, he's going to do it all himself, and I'm going to get out of the way here because I don't want to get hit like I got last year. Seaburn in for the touchdown.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, exactly. That makes it 6-0 Cougars on the Sioux Falls Cougars home field.
Tonight. I didn't want you in the
Exactly.
hospital.
This is a 4th down play. Tanner Ewan, it was 4th and 1. He says, you know what, I'm almost going to get the touchdown. Nearly got into the end zone. He would score the game winner late in the 4th quarter as Scotland wins by 4, 22-18. And believe it or not, we have a 10 o'clock a.m. game to kick off the activities. Yeah. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central, they were up for this one, literally. Landon Oshner, 27 yards to the house. That makes it 14-0. It was their 2nd possession. They had 2 touchdowns. Make it 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns. John Whitty with a very witty run as he gets into the end zone to make it 22-0 after a quarter. 2nd quarter, more from Oshner as he's going to just juke several guys on this touchdown run. Nice. Get out of the way. Got one more highlight I have to show you before we call this one a day. The defense was good. Most important position on the field, it's not the quarterback. It's the guy who protects the quarterback. Boom! That would lead to another touchdown. That was Garrett Larson on the sack. All Woonsocket, 42-0.
22-zip. Scotland again won that 22-18. Avon and Lennox both win tonight along with Clark, Willow Lake, and Langford. It was Del Rapids and Tri-Valley both winning. Tri-Valley 7-0. Look at that Hot Springs score. Cologne beats Gayville-Vollen. DeSmet scores a bunch. Gregory scores even more. Wolsey Wessington scored a lot tonight. Dubrook by 30. Waverly South Shore and Del Rapids St. Mary win tonight. It was Sully Buttes and Great Plains Lutheran both winning. Eureka Bowdle and Belle Fourche over Todd County. Beersford and Dual victorious along with Groton area and Hitchcock Tulare. Irene Wakanda, great night for Irene tonight. Kimball White Lake wins. Madison over Dakota Valley. Redfield Dolan wins big. Sioux Valley and Webster area. Webster a close game there. Winner, not a close game. West Sioux wins 21-6. Marshall's having a great year, 49-0. Chamberlain, Minneota, and Pipestone by the identical scores of 42-0. Coleman Egan, a big win over Arlington Lake Preston. And again, there's your Waverly South score 20-14. Busy night for our Football Friday, and Zach has more sports right after this.